What up, folks? Welcome to Nerd Report. Boy, do we have a banger today, man. Do we have a banger? Stuff. This is P. Diddy, man. P. Diddy has been P. Diddy is the verdict is kind of partially in, but this one's more interesting, honestly, and it has to do with Blake Lively. Because I woke up to this story right here. Perez, Hilton, Candace Owens, Subpoenaed, working with Baldoni? So they think these people are working with Justin Baldoni. But if you go down, you see they forgot one in the headline. They forgot Andy Signore, right? So he's in the headline. The ongoing legal war between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni has taken another turn with notable online personalities being dragged into the fight over possible collusion via their Blake bashing commentary. So a source has told TMZ. What is this source? I don't know where the source is. Like, what does that even mean? Is that a legitimate source? I don't know. By the way, everyone's innocent until proven guilty. I got to cover my ass. All right? I got to cover my ass. And I also want to say, I know Andy Signore. He's my friend. And I barely talk to him about Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni because I find this shit boring. But his audience likes it, and that's respectable. That's what they like, that the people, and he likes reporting on it, and it's a free country, and you can report on it and have your opinion. I'm not into that as much. I do think a lot of the Baldoni people are kind of toxic, when they come at me, and a lot of my audience doesn't really care for it, but who cares? That's just us, right? Full disclosure right there. All right, Blake? But Blake, you're fucking up here, man, because as someone who's very neutral with the reporting, as if I don't give a shit, all right? Actually, I've been kind of annoyed with Baldoni's people more. So and I've been accused of being more pro Lively for that. But now you're making it very, very difficult because right now it looks like you're subpoenaing YouTubers or people that have opinions. And I think everybody needs to get behind this because it's censorship. It's censorship. Okay? You get what I'm saying? I'll get to your comments in a little bit. We're going to also go through the reaction video right here. See Andy's side. Oh my God, these ads. Candace Owens. Do I watch her? No, not really. I don't know what she's up to. I know what was she? She's more pro Justin Baldoni. And so is Perez Hilton. All right? From what I've seen, in my opinion. All right? So, they've been labeled as a anti-Lively YouTube channels. That's what they're labeling them here. Okay, so they're mad because allegedly Popcorn Planet here claimed the exclusive featuring Baldoni's lawyer Brian Freeman's statement as to why Wayfair parties chose to forego amending their dismissed lawsuit. So this is what they're using as. Are they trying to say somehow Freeman gave them this information? But I think I saw this earlier. We're going to get to what Andy says about this. Yeah. I'm going to be fair and neutral and balanced. All right. So if you get information, I don't know, we'll go over it. But if you get information like a hot take, isn't that part of what the press is privileged to? Like if I get information, I don't have to expose who it was or anything like that. It's freedom of the press, man. It's freedom of the press, Blake. We talked. Hey, look, I talked to this with Andy Signore the other day. All right, we're talking about something else. We brought up the Blake Lively stuff. Blake has scored some big wins, man. She's scored some big wins lately, so that's what they're getting. Oh, Blake Lively subpoenas me. My response: Perez Hilton has also issued a response video to being subpoenaed. I'm not gonna play his because honestly, I doubt Popcorn Planet will copyright strike my channel for reacting to his video, but I don't know Perez Hilton. I don't know. I've met him once. I don't know him like that. Okay. So let's go over the reaction video, and I'm going to pause it once in a while and give my commentary because, that's what fair use is. All right, folks, there we go. What is the title of this? Exclusive. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds come for Andy Signore. TMZ calls them. All right, let's go for this.
Blake Lively is subpoenaing Perez Hilton, Candace Owens, and Andy Signore. Oh.
Did you guys hear that? Could you guys hear that? Make sure you guys could hear that. All right.
Blake Lively is subpoenaing Perez Hilton, Candace Owens, and Andy Signore. Uh-oh. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore, and I'm kind of furious. And I'm very grateful as well because I got attorney Ron Zambrano here to back me up on this story. So honored to have you back, Ron. How have you been?
I've been great. Thanks for having me under these
I don't know this lawyer. I don't think I've ever met him.
circumstances, unfortunately.
Did you guys hear this or no?
Look, I can only laugh at this because this reads so desperate. But before I get to what I sent back to TMZ, which of course they didn't share at all, I want to sort of update you because, yeah, allegedly, Blake
TMZ contact is Signore here, okay?
Lively is subpoenaing us. News to me. News to Candace Owens, who's also live right now, also saying she wasn't subpoenaed.
So basically, you have to be given a subpoena letter, I believe, right? So they haven't been subpoenaed. It could be somebody looking for them right now. Like, I don't know. I don't know how that works. Does anyone smarter than me, which is probably 99% of this chat, could they inform me of what's going on here? Because TMZ, this says, is TMZ saying they got subpoenaed for sure for their title? The title of their video, of their story is Blake Lively, Perez Hilton, Candace Owens subpoenaed. It doesn't sound like it's a question, or are they not sure? They're just saying they were subpoenaed, it looks like to me.
So I don't know what this is. It screams a leaked sort of PR campaign from Team Blake to try to make us look like we're shady, like we're working with Justin, is what this reads to me. And I don't know, guys, that's ridiculously unfair, wrong, defamatory. Let's go and look at what TMZ's alleging. The legal war between Blake and Justin has taken another turn, with notable online personalities being drawn into the fight over possible collusion via their Blake bashing commentary.
Is it bashing, though, if you read what's going on or see, read court documents and stuff like that and have an opinion, and it's not the opinion that favors Blake Lively? Is that bashing? If other YouTubers are watching this, guys better watch out, man. This is against all of us. Could happen to all of us, man. I'm just saying.
Source with direct knowledge says TMZ, Perez Hilton, Candace Owens, and Andy Signore, that's me, have all been subpoenaed to turn over any and all communications with Justin Baldoni and Wayfair parties. I can tell you that hasn't happened yet. A comment is coming regarding what happens if they do. The subpoenas may be connected to the judge's order early this month, allowing Blake to take discovery in order to uncover the alleged lengths, if any, Baldoni's side may have gone to, and working with notable anti-Blake content creators. I am so offended by this term, as part of the alleged smear campaign. Hilton, Owens, Signore have all used their sizable digital platforms to discuss case developments, and the trio's commentary has largely hated on Blake's claim. Is that what it is? So
Well, if you so like for example, if you present the facts or read the articles and the news and court documents, and you have an opinion, I mean, right?
when we disagree, we are hating now, Ron. How is this fair reporting? Is this fair reporting that you're reading?
No, and when you initially reached out to me about the subpoena to people like you and Miss Owens who just report on what they're seeing and have opinions of what they're seeing, to me this smacks of trying to.
Yeah, we all report about what we're seeing and then have an opinion about what we're seeing. My opinion has always been here that wait till the trial happens before you're on any side. There's this weird like team Justin Baldoni, team Blake Lively thing going on. Like it's like Harry Potter or freaking Twilight. It's very immature and stuff. And if you're not like really on one side, like you get bullied and stuff. And I think people are so absolute. Everyone's an absolutist nowadays. You have to absolutely be on one side. Well, look, here's my opinion. They're both caca, okay? Hashtag both caca, in my opinion. All right? That's my official stance. I hope I don't get subpoenaed. That's my opinion. All right? We could have opinions in the United States. Happy 4th of July.
Weaponize the litigation process to really kind of try to silence people like you, people like Miss Owens and others from having an opinion online, under this threat of subpoena. And I just, it doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't smell right with me. And it's disappointing, but I'm not surprised.
It's gross is what it is to me. Yeah. So we are propping up Baldoni's side. No, I'm propping up the truth is what I'm doing here. Minus 4 million to countersue. That is until it was.
I know that a lot of Baldoni fans are a little off. Like they are biased, man. Like they're in love with the guy and, they want to get a date, a lot of them, and they're not going to get a date with him. And they just like, you have to be on his side or else you're the devil.
It was dismissed. In fact, it was popular YouTuber Signore via his channel Popcorn Planet. Hey, I'm in the news. Who claimed that exclusive featuring Baldoni.
I saw a couple people do that exclusive though. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know.
Lawyer Brian Freeman's statement as to why the parties chose.
And even if he got an exclusive, that's freedom of the press. Like the press gets exclusives all the time. Is that working? Like, I'm asking questions, I don't know. I'm not a legal expert. I could be totally wrong. We're just commentating and discussing this. But okay, so if I'm sitting here and I get right now on my desk, exclusive, like, and I open it, it's like whoever sent it to me, like it's something with this case or Diddy case or whatever, and I report on it, I could keep my sources hidden, I believe.
Chose to forego amending dismissed lawsuits. Now, let me clarify, because I've seen a lot of anti-Justin camps out there trying to make this a story, and it's weird how now TMZ seems to be parroting them. And it's almost as if, Ron, there's a retaliation campaign on Team Blake to come after us. Huh, the irony, isn't it? But I digress. Literally, countless anonymous accounts just recycling the same talking points against me. The exclusive here was you were on this video, Ron. The fact that I scored both you and Melcher was a coup.
Okay, so I think the point of this video that was on Popcorn Planet where it said exclude. I don't know. I've been a guest on Popcorn Planet. I don't really get into like the way they do their format or whatnot or what's coming next. I don't do that. But now I'm looking at this. And it looks like the reason the title said exclusive, because he exclusively had, and I could be wrong, he exclusively had 2 lawyers on there. It's an exclusive interview with Christopher Melcher and this respectful lawyer. So that's why the title said exclusive. And I think they're taking it as exclusive. We got this Brian Freeman thing. I think that's what's happening.
Exclusive here was, you were on this video, Ron. The fact that I scored both you and Melcher was a coup. Having both of these experts on my video talking about it, and it did seem like no one else was talking about it because this morning we were facing World War III, and I guess all the outlets later in the afternoon shared this same statement.
He's seeing. I was like, what the hell, World War III? That's when there was the incident with Iran. Sorry. Iran. So that's what they're talking about here, I believe.
It's not like I had something nobody else had. They just, I don't think, reported on it first. So yeah, the idea of this conversation isn't exclusive is really all I meant by that. And everybody's taking it out of context and trying to make it as if it's bad. Ron, you're a lawyer, Ron. Like, is it wrong of us to go reach out to parties involved in the news story to get official statements? Is that shady?
No, it's not shady. It's best practice amongst the press. I have my own. I've been lucky enough to have my own media attention cases, and I always get calls from TMZ and other outlets to get comment before they do a story. So my understanding is that both yourself and Ms. Owens do the same thing before you go on. You ask for reach out to both sides. It's not your fault who decides to reach back out to you and give you any responses. So, and that's part of the role of the press.
I'm assuming Popcorn Planet reaches out to all the parties, right?
Yes, right. To have an opinion and to a good journalist who does this is open to at least hearing from both sides and reporting that. Even if you don't have to agree with one way or the other, you're not robots, and that's just the nature of what the press is supposed to be in this country.
Well said, and that's what's really irritating me. So anyway, TMZ wrote back. They gave me about 5 minutes, Ron, to respond, of course. And then, of course, the end of the article at the point before now, I've updated it, but they had said, oh, we haven't heard back. I had 5 minutes, literally was out with my kid.
What? So they sent an email and say you got to respond in 5 minutes or this is going up viral. Wow.
The email from TMZ was the alert I got, not any subpoena, not anything else. It was the producer, Ryan at TMZ, asking for comment. Well, anyway, after, calling my attorney, Nate, the lawyer, shout out,
Nate,
bravo, thank you, sir, helping in a pinch. And I called Ron as well to get some thoughts, just to try to and also just fellow friends to sort of, this is crazy. Here's what my response from my attorney is. I'm reading my attorney's words here. My client has not been served with any legal process at this time. Should service occur, we intend to vigorously defend against any claims and will protect the confidentiality of sources on both sides. I want to emphasize that on both sides, consistent with the principles of press freedom and journalistic integrity that outlets such as TMZ relied upon in their own coverage of the Amber Heard trial. Yes, they did. They spent a whole bunch of time, Ron, sending an expert into that case to protect their journalistic integrity. But now Team Blake, it's weird how quick they seem willing to throw other journalists under the bus. Furthermore, categorizing my client as an anti-Blake content creator is not only...
I will say this. I always... could you guys correct me? I always felt like TMZ was leaning more on Baldoni's side. So I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think?
False, but potentially defamatory. My client's commentary is rooted in evidence and journalistic truth, not partisanship. We hope that moving forward, all reporting remains grounded in accuracy and avoids perpetrating misleading narratives. Now, I gave that statement, and of course, they only used the first comment, Ron. They never used the full statement. It is what it is. Yeah. They don't like when I call them out. But what do you think about all this? I go to you because I guess I don't want to say too much more, given now it's turning into some potential legal battle. But what are your thoughts on this? Are you surprised Team Blake is resorting to now trying to threaten and silence the press?
This is not, in my opinion, again, this doesn't look good for Lively, in my opinion, and Ryan Reynolds, right? When you start going after YouTubers, my title of my video though too here is a full disclaimer I want to add to that is, did Blake Lively subpoena Andy Signore of Popcorn Planet? And it looks like no. I mean, from what I'm gathering of this video. So why would TMZ report this? They have a source. How legit's the source? And if they have a source, are they colluding with someone? Is that, or working with someone? Could you say that? I mean, isn't this the same thing? If am I missing something here? Okay, so the entire thing is here because Andy wrote exclusive, and then but he meant exclusive, not by Brian Freeman's statement to grab that. At least that's what I'm getting. Maybe I'm wrong, but exclusive. I have 2 superstar lawyers in here to interview about this entire situation. That's the exclusive part. But I think they're thinking they got this note given. He got this given to him, directly by an anonymous source. But then TMZ is turning around and saying, I have an anonymous source that is reporting on the subpoena. So it's like the same thing? Or what am I missing here? Is it? I'm asking.
Yeah, so yes and no, but based on prior conduct that's been happening and prior comments about just what has been happening in the case in general, and they've been a little cavalier about certain things. But to me, this implicates 3 things. One is, the reality is, if you get subpoenaed and they ask for documents, you can assert your rights that are recognized in the federal court, where this is that you can protect your sources because it doesn't implicate any criminal activity. 2 is this kind of like is a shot across the bow to not only you, but other media folks, either on YouTube or TikTok or traditional media, to like, well, wait a minute, what if I, report the news and then I have a comment as to, who's on the side of right and wrong? Am I going to be subject to a subpoena? So that has a chilling effect.
Yeah, that's.
And then 3, whether there's actual legal action against you beyond that, right? Beyond just the PR effect of it all. And it would, I think that is the thing we're all like in the back of our heads, kind of like the most concerned about from an academic standpoint for me, a reality standpoint for you and Miss Owens. But you are 100% protected under many statutes, and also the First Amendment. So, as long as it's still there and wasn't affected by the big beautiful bill, to report and have freedom that is protected to report on the as a member of the press. So there's a lot implicated here, but the most one is like, why pick this fight out of all of them to go after people in the press when part of the image is that you are, you've retaliated against Baldoni, that's out there. Yeah, the complaint is gone, but like, this is not good. I don't know who's telling these people to do well in PR, because they're doing terrible.
Yeah, the PR is bad. As someone, like, I've been pretty neutral about the entire reporting of this thing. And I gotta say, man, Blake Lively, I know you're watching this. Hi. You're going after YouTubers. That's like, let me tell you, I'll give you a secret, all right? I'll give you a head start. There's YouTubers that hate each other. Like, there's rivalry between YouTubers. And they have a lot of views, man. Like, a lot of YouTubers have more views than CNN and Fox. A lot of YouTubers that hate each other, when they put that hate aside when one's getting attacked, or they feel like one's getting censored, especially. So this may be a can of worms.
PR. They should have.
If you're attacking a YouTuber for an opinion, that's like all we do. It's an opinion. We have opinions about movies. We have opinions about everything.
Well enough alone, and now this is a new front that I don't think will get much traction. I don't think a judge will order you to do anything. And if they do, like you said, well, that means you'll do things for both sides.
Yeah, look, it's just all very disturbing to me, because it does feel like they're just trying to play the PR game, which is what they accuse Justin of doing. Like, they're massive hypocrites. TMZ is part of it. TMZ is so anti-Justin. So many outlets are. I just am sick of this power couple, in my opinion, getting away with all this When they started it, they leaked the text, they created this whole PR narrative and this idea that we're part of a smear campaign. I'm confused.
I mean, having an opinion is a smear campaign. It kind of reminds me of, especially when you're reading all the documents and stuff like that. Kind of reminds me of when Disney says everyone's racist for not liking Star Wars. Like, dude, maybe you're in the wrong. Maybe your shit sucks.
Because it's like, are they implying I was part of the smear campaign earlier as part of the alleged? Are they now trying to
that
claim
is the
this
implication,
is all
right?
still a smear
Yeah.
campaign, Ron? What is this?
By that sentence, if it's true that they have these feelings, they're going to try to shoehorn you into something that happened in the.
Ross Barbie, thank you so much for that $5 super sticker, super chat. Okay, thank you so much for that. Hearts for you. If you want to support the channel, you could do so with a super chat. There you go. Thank you.
The underlying facts of the complaints, and which
Good
would be a
luck.
lot of mental gymnastics to do. I'm assuming, I don't know.
Yeah, game on. Do you do you? That is absolute horseshit. That any of us were. I never knew who this guy was. Justin Baldoni. That's what's so ironic about all this. I only reacted because of Blake's own words and actions, and the fact that she can't take accountability for them is why we're here. If she had just apologized to Kirsty, that journalist, I think all this would have gone away. It's ironic too because Anne Hathaway was also called out, apologized, and.
Just for the record, I'm not a fan of what Kirsty does with celebrities. Just so you guys know, it's nothing personal if you're watching. But when you have an entire channel that's like my good and bad experiences with celebrities, it's like they're not your toy to always be happy. And there's one thing with having a bad encounter with Blake Lively, but now you're Anne Hathaway and maybe others, and then your entire thing is kind of like my bad experiences. I don't know. I disagree with that. I do disagree with that. And again, what about Parker Posey? And that's another thing. It's like the title only mentioned Blake Lively from what I remember. I'm doing all this. I'm trying to be fair with everybody, man. So I felt Parker Posey was ruder. I've always said that. So, but does it matter what I say? No, it doesn't matter. I just disagree with that way with the content. I think it's very sus a little bit, but it is what it is. People don't like the way I report some stuff too. So it is what it is.
Everybody moved on. And if Blake had just accepted that she looked awful in that junket and actually called her, and we've talked about it in the doc, Kirsty is in the doc, her partner, a lot of people, and everybody points to that point, Ron, as where it all went south for her. And I think if she had actually had a good PR person.
You know what, though? With Blake, he's right, though, with Anne Hathaway apologized. And then she was trying to, I think you guys had to watch the video to judge for yourself. But I believe she was asking Anne Hathaway to do something, and Anne Hathaway didn't want to do the thing. I've done a lot of junkets as well. I never position myself where I have to have the actor do something because I expect the actor not to want to do it, but something happened with Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway, I believe, did apologize, and that was the end of that. I believe no one was upset at Anne Hathaway after. So maybe it would have been a better move for Blake to, just apologize, I guess.
To invite Kirsty over and try to be nice and apologize and win her over. Don't you think that would have changed all of this?
Yeah, I think a lot of celebrities avoid the off-ramps that are provided to them. And I think it's more out of pride versus doing the harder thing, which is self-reflecting, go, you know what, I could have handled that better. I think all of us have moments in our lives where, you know what, I could have handled that better, and let me go address that. And so far, that is not what Miss Lively is doing, and that has perpetuated things going forward. You're absolutely right.
Well, it's wild. There it is. I wanted to get this out. It's raining. The Diddy verdicts are coming in as I speak, so I'm going to go report on them as well. Lots of stuff coming.
All right, what do you guys think? I think at the end of the video, you can see that. You can watch that video in the at Popcorn Planet. and stuff. Woo, it's getting hot in this. So again, I'm giving my opinion, my reaction. I don't think this makes Blake Lively look good. You know, I mean, look at the comments here. Look at the comments here. She simply can't comprehend that people don't like her. TMZ is so lame. Andy just reached stardom. Congratulations for being a party to the most ridiculous Hollywood lawsuit this country has ever had. Blake's famous. They're being mean to me. Poor Blake. See, no one likes her. Here, at least. You know what I mean? Sue her for defamation. Can he? What do you all think, folks? Let me know in the comments. All right, I don't think this is a good look. What do you all think? We're entitled to our opinion. We're not, you know. I don't know. Maybe this didn't even happen. I don't know. Could TMZ have gotten this wrong? Is it possible? Is it possible TMZ got this wrong? I don't know. No updates. People are commenting on that article too? Okay, what are they saying? 44 people. Oh, look! Look at this! Hey, I guess there was... Hey, TMZ, how is it that you only gave Candace 6 minutes of response and suddenly you had the article posted? Candace hasn't even been served yet. Did Blake and Ryan give you the subpoena yesterday per their playbook? Wow. I'm reading what they're posting here. Don't subpoena me. That's what people are posting, man. So they get, Andy says they give him 5 minutes, Candace 6. Someone is lying. Someone is lying. It seems like TMZ has, I'm reading this off TMZ's thing. Don't shoot the messenger. Sorry, guys. Disclaimer. It seems kind of strange that TMZ has this information before any of the parties that are actually involved in the subpoena. It's a question right there. Question right there. People are asking, what's up with this? Three people who, this is another opinion, not mine necessarily, just off TMZ. Okay, off TMZ. All right. 3 people who reported the facts on this case. I guess Blake doesn't like facts. She needs to stomp out the facts to push her own narcissistic agenda. And people are not liking this, man. Whatever Blake does, people take it negative. You know what I mean? But here it's not looking good. It's not a good look. If this is real, I don't know. Because this article says these people in question were subpoenaed, and I'm not seeing, and everybody who's reported on it or reacted said there's no subpoena. There's no subpoena. What could I say? Perez, Andy, and Candace will be happy to be subpoenaed. Ha ha ha. Dumb Blake and Ryan. This is their opinion here. This is not mine. Time to fire Leslie Sloan. Such a joke. People see your bully tactics. You're an embarrassment. Everyone's giddy. They want to get this here. They want to get this here. So what it looks like TMZ called Signore, called Candace. Not called. I mean, maybe email or something. I haven't talked to Andy. Maybe I'll call. Maybe I'll try to get an exclusive interview with him. I'll ask him. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if he's supposed to be quiet or what. You want me to have an exclusive interview with Andy Signore? I'll get it out. I'll get the truth out of him. I know you're watching, dude. I'll get the truth out of you. Okay? The truth. No softball questions from me, man. I'm serious. I will ask a question. Why not? I think he has nothing to hide. All right. Okay, Andy and Perez also confirmed that they have not been officially subpoenaed yet. Shady reporting. It's weird. It's weird. Very weird. Paris Hilton is still around? That's weird because, like, look, man, he does get a lot of views. Paris Hilton gets a lot of views. And it's funny how people, it's funny because you watch these YouTubers, they have like thousands and hundreds of thousands of views. And there's a segment of the population that does not know them. It doesn't know. Right? All right, quick recap. Blake Lively, Perez Hilton, Candace Owens subpoenaed. Working with Blake Lively? Question mark. I guess that's what it's about. But they left Andy Signore out and stuff. Actually, Popcorn Planet's bigger than Perez Hilton's channel. That I know for sure, in my opinion. So why is it? From what I gather, oh yeah, they say this video was titled "Exclusive," featuring Justin Baldoni's lawyer with the statement. I believe, I'm not sure. I will ask the question. I believe this statement was not what was meant to be exclusive in this video. I believe the exclusive was having these two lawyers in there. I could be wrong. The lawyer reaction. Exclusive lawyer reaction. Doesn't mean the statement was taken there. Again, YouTubers are perceived as saying it like it is, not corporate media. And if you go to silence them, it's very difficult to get allies. All right, what do you guys think? Before I go in the comments area, there you go with that. I gave my opinion. Perez Hilton wasn't as vicious as he once was. People get older, they get less vicious. You know what I mean? They get less vicious. What other comments you guys have to say? Nothing? Nothing? Let me know. Bad look for sure. Oh wait, is Andy in here? I cannot see him in the. Bro, for some reason I cannot see you. I don't know what happened. Okay, so he's not hiding from the interview. I want to see if he still wants to come in. I know he has things to do. Damn, I didn't see him in the comments. I don't know why. What is going on here? I'll give him a little bit of time to answer, and then meanwhile, I'll get your questions. Any other thoughts, questions? Or you know what? If he doesn't answer, then I'll try to get him on later. I don't know why this channel. I don't know why YouTube's blocking people's comments. How does that even make sense? Her smear campaign claims was always weak, and I think trying to subpoena YouTubers proves it's weak, and they are weak as F, and they fishing now. All right, listen, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream, and then I'll have them on as an exclusive next time for this. Maybe tomorrow. I doubt this thing is going to be ending today and everything, so we'll keep talking about it. All right? Did you guys hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. We will talk to you later. Nerd out.